welcome back. I hope you're well. Look at my fucking t-shirt. It's the coolest shit you've ever... Oh, that was such a cute yawn. Today I am going to be doing a Q&A, baby. So I asked a few questions on Instagram. I said, be as savage and as brutal as you want to be. And you guys delivered on the savage front. Some were really fucking savage. So I'm going to be answering these questions. Let's dive in. Don't start. I was about to dive in. What's your morning routine to keep you feeling happy and buzzing for the day? First of all, I have to get up and let you out, don't I? Yeah. And that's already a happy thing because you're bouncing around, you're excited to see me, and it's such a lovely welcome every single day. But generally, all right, you floppy dog. Generally, having a productive start to the day definitely has a knock-on effect for the rest of the day. So doing something that you initially feel like you've had an achievement with is always a good start. So for me, I like to go to boot camp. I don't always go to boot camp, but I like to go to boot camp. I always feel really accomplished and done all the endorphins from working out. Then I like to walk the dogs. Sometimes I might even get a food shop in after boot camp. Basically ticking a few boxes before the day has even properly started gets me going and makes me feel really good. So yeah, go for a workout, walk the children, have some breakfast, get ready, be fucking pumping. I guess it is different for me because I work from home, I work for myself, so there's no real start time to the day because the later I start, the later I can finish, that kind of thing. Generally, if I was to give any advice, it would be get up nice and early and do something productive before you go to work or go to college. Just get that kind of ball rolling. If you could travel anywhere that you haven't been yet, where would you go? I really want to go to Cuba. I want to go to Havana. I want to go on the gorgeous beaches and have a really chill one. I really want to go to Croatia. I want to go and do a road trip in Italy so bad. I am intrigued by Australia. I never was really... I think I was just put off with how far it was. But I do really want to go because Australia to me just seems so far away and so alien to me in a way. Like, I don't really know much about Australia. But I love Australian people, and I always talk like this. It's one of the things that I do when I'm drunk as well. I'm like, yeah, mate, no way. I always talk like this, and it's probably so annoying for my friends. No, actually, they get on it. They copy me. But whenever I meet an actual Australian, I'm like, shut up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I just love the accent, and I love the people. They're funny. It's funny. It's a funny old. I'd love to go to Australia. And probably like somewhere crazy like the Amazon. How are you doing as of late? How is your mental health holding up? Okay. If I'm honest, it's been good and then it's been kind of a bit shit. I think for me, I'm always in this constant battle with myself, which is when I'm at home all the time, I'm working from home, I have this like craving and lust to be away traveling and getting out and doing things and being really active and just, going to lots of events and doing things. I really want to do that. But when I'm away doing that, which I love, don't get me wrong, I love being out and traveling and having all the fun. When I come back again and I'm totally off schedule, I'm out of my routine, I can't really look after myself properly. Like, I'm not very good at eating healthy and responsibly when I'm away. Like, I want to eat everything and anything. And I never really work out. I don't really have much of a routine. I'm kind of all over the place and I feel like unproductive. And so yeah, when I get back, I'm in like this weird spiral of like feeling like, oh, I'm out of sync. I haven't got my momentum. I've not really got my shit together. And that really puts me down. Like, if I'm out of routine, if I'm out of sorts, it messes with my mind. And I think it's very, very true. And a lot of people say it. Like, and I'm a massive, massive struggle with this because I think there should be a balance, but I don't necessarily think that your productivity equals your worth. A lot of people say this, and I see it floating around the internet. When I'm very productive, I feel really happy. When I'm not productive, I don't feel happy. And it's a struggle. I know that if I'm not productive, it's not the end of the world. If I don't achieve anything in a day, it's not the end of the world. But I do struggle with that. And yeah, so when I'm not in my routine, if I've been away and, I've come home and I'm tired and I'm sort of out of sync with life, it does have a kind of a knock-on effect on my mind. I definitely feel like when I'm exercising regularly and I'm eating healthy regularly, that makes me feel good because I feel like I'm actually looking after myself. And not even a perspective of just like eating clean all the time. Like, when it's in the week, I like to eat good and nutritious and yummy and things that my body's gonna love. And then it comes to the weekend, that's when you have like you have treats and stuff, and you treat yourself. It's like people like to say, treat yourself. Generally, I think it's been okay, but I definitely feel I have spiraled a bit recently, and my friends say that, Helen, you're spiraling, because I'm like, I don't know what I am, who I am, what I'm doing, I don't know what my routine is, I don't know what my worth is, I don't know why I'm here, what am I doing with my life, just, I spiral. Do you sometimes fear the future? All the fucking time. I feel like every single year I worry about my job and my career, and I fear about the future all the time. But recently, in the last few months, I think I've come to really appreciate my worth and actually what I can do for other people telling me. And actually, because some opportunities have been brought to my attention and people have said things that I can do and would be good at and have the potential of, or there's an opportunity that would come up, I don't so much anymore. Being a YouTuber isn't going to be a stable career. It's not. Like, it's already showing signs of being unstable because like everyone is suffering. That started when I started. Basically, pretty much majority of YouTubers that were up on the rise at the same time as me, who are in the same kind of like community, in the same kind of bracket, we're all finding it difficult. And you know, it's no dig at you or anyone. It's just the way it's gone, kind of. You know, and there's ways of pivoting your kind of style and your content and trying new things out. But sometimes it's really fucking hard when you only really have one thing to offer. You know, if you're a comedian or if you do something that's more themed, fair enough. But when you're like someone like me that literally talks about what they're into, their fashion, their beauty, their lifestyle, whatever, you can't really pivot that because it's about who you are. You make an income from brand deals, from branded stuff. And it's getting increasingly harder because brands are more specific what they want. They have more style. They're really honing in on their kind of style, the kind of influencers that they work with. Like, I still get work through, and I'm very, very grateful for the work that I get. But it is noticeably more challenging these days, I would say. So yes, I do fear the future, but not as much as I used to. Do you ever read Guru Gossip or any other YouTuber gossip sites? No, because if you are a YouTuber, whatever, you know that Guru Gossip is the path to self-destruction. It's a horrible website. It's a manifestation of all the things that are bad in this fucking world. Basically, I don't have time for it. I don't have time to read through forums from people that have never met me before, don't know me, don't know what I'm actually about, and they have taken this kind of very intricate judgment that they have concluded from a few minutes that I choose to post of myself on the internet. I mean, actually the last time I read it was about a couple of months ago, and if anything, I was laughing the whole time because it was just like so ridiculous, the shit that I was reading. And you know, I'm not saying go and read it, please don't. It's embarrassing. But people's assumptions and their opinions are funny. Like, it's ridiculous. But for someone that probably, if I was not in a good way, like if I was on a low point, like if I was feeling hormonal and down about myself, that would have probably have really, really fucking fucked me up. But I wasn't feeling fragile that day, so I could handle it. But in all seriousness, it's a really horrible websites. Who makes these? It's just disgusting, and it's a shame. It's shameful. And also, I will say this, right? My tolerance for people's bullshit on the internet is very thin. People will always say, oh, you should just pity them because they can't have much of a life if they do that. If they find that fun, they mustn't have much of a life, or what a poor existence. Like, you should just pity them or feel sorry for them. They're probably jealous of you. Blah, 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 blah. That's what people like to tell me to make me feel better. How's about people just stop being fucking assholes? There is no excuse of being an asshole. There isn't an excuse of being an asshole. If your life is shit and you're unhappy with yourself, sort it out. Don't fucking project your misery onto other people that don't deserve it. Rant over. Let me just sip my coffee. Just watching my boyfriend de-weeding the garden. He took his top off. He just rubbed his nipple. Oh, he looks good. That suits him, actually. Anyway, do you think you'll ever get married again? You know what? I wouldn't rule it out. My opinions on marriage has definitely changed because I know what you're in. You know, I understand fully what entails being married. I don't see the importance as much as for marriage now. It's a legality. I think from a romantic point of view, yes, it's lovely, and the actual having a wedding and having everyone that you there that you love is beautiful and really, really great. So yeah, I probably would get married again, but I'm less like, it's not a big deal for me anymore. How are things between you and Josie since the move out? Fucking great. I think it's made our friendship better. When you live together, you definitely make less effort on actually seeing each other, but we see each other every week. We talk and text all the time, which may I add, when we were living together, we stopped texting as much because I think we just thought, because we lived together, we would just always be there to talk to each other, but we would text each other every single day. We have bants every single day, and I think it's taken a lot of pressure off our friendship. I didn't hate living with her. Like, if she was still here now, I'd be absolutely fine. Since when she moved out, I think I feel things are better. Are you going to get back into music? I have lots of your songs on repeat. Well, thank you. And yes, I am. I have been writing so much music over the last few months with Ben. Ben was my bass player in Box of Light. We are going to be doing stuff together. We're so close to like finishing writing. We need to take it to the studio and record it, and there'll be new music out hopefully this year. No, definitely this year. Did anyone say you moved on from your ex-husband too quickly? What did you say / do feel about it? No one actually said that to me. Everyone was in agreement that, you know, it's down to you what you fucking do. And everyone was very aware of the situation, how I'd felt, how I had been feeling. And to be honest, I think my family and my friends know better than to be so judgmental. They're very cool as cucumbers. So I'm very lucky in that respect. What contraceptive do you use? I use condoms at the moment because I'm not putting anything in my body that shouldn't really be there. Hormone-wise, didn't agree with it. Things might change in the future. Don't know. Right now, just have to use bloody condoms, which to me, I'm not completely happy about. I think they disrupt things, ruins the flow, and also it's stuff that I'm just disposing of into the landfills. Have you kissed a girl before? Please. Me and my friends just go out all the time and just snog each other. Don't know why, because we're very happy to be in each other's company. How do you deal with weight fluctuation? Like, when my weight changes, I feel grim. I think it's very normal to feel grim when your weight changes. It shouldn't be a reflection on how you look. It should be a reflection on how you feel. Because obviously, like, for me, fucking hell, if I put on weight, I notice it in the way I feel rather than like me looking in the mirror and noticing it. Because I know I know that when other people look at me, they don't notice it. They don't notice that I've gained 6 pounds. They just don't. My friends, people around me, they don't go, cool, you've put on some timber. I notice it because it's the way I feel. And the way I get around it is it's all about balance, innit? If, like right now, I have been to Download Festival, I've been away this weekend. For that, I was doing loads of shit. I know that I have been eating out a lot. I've been drinking loads of beer, loads of booze generally. I've been treating myself a lot. I've been eating a lot and without limitation, and I've been very greedy and I don't feel good about it. I haven't been working out as much. Feel weaker, feel unfit, and it's just because I've been so fucking busy and my routine's been all over the place. I haven't been able to just sort of have that control over my routine, and which is fairly normal. It's fairly normal. So what do I do about it? I sort it out. I put my fucking foot down. I just get rid of all the shit food in my house. Well, I don't get rid of it. I put it somewhere else where I can't reach it. A really, really good healthy food shop. I schedule in like 4 workouts for the week. I take the dogs on longer walks, and I do something about it because, you know, I do it. I get annoyed at myself. I get disappointed in myself. I get into this little hole of despair and like hatred for myself. Wallowing's not going to do anything. Getting up and being active and doing something about it's going to do something. It's all about balance, you know? Like, I definitely don't agree with yo-yoing. I don't agree with being really, really unhealthy and then being really healthy and then being really unhealthy. But for me, I find that challenging just because of my lifestyle. Just because, like, I might have a month of not going anywhere, and then I have another month of being like, for example, I was in Chicago, then immediately after that I was in France. Like, it was just non-stop, go. And it's really hard. It's really hard. It's one thing I struggle with. But weight fluctuation is normal. It's just how you kind of deal with it. If you're bothered by it, then do something about it. If you're not bothered by it and you're just living your life and you're loving your life and you're just having the best life ever, then do something about it. Like, for ages, I was just living my best life and I was really fucking happy. And then it got to the point where I was just a bit like, Helen, this is a bit ridiculous now. You need to rein it in a bit. Like, seriously. So then I decided to. Like, fucking hell, if you put on 6 pounds, who cares? Who gives a shit? But if it really bothers you and you don't feel good and you're like, oh, I feel a bit out of my comfort zone, then do something about it. Have you ever considered vegetarianism/veganism? Oh, I love you. Oh, thank you. I did go veggie for a little bit and I sucked at it. I don't think I could go vegan, but I do enjoy vegan food and vegetarian food, and I've cut out red meat. I eat a lot of chicken and fish, but even then I'm still trying to cut down on my meat consumption, just because I think if we all just cut down generally on things, it would make a difference. You don't need to have dairy all the time. You don't always need to have meat all the time. I'm even going to probably stop buying milk and get oat milk instead, because I discovered that oat milk in tea is actually pretty nice. I love coconut milk. I love almond milk. When I'm out, I never get like a normal cappuccino. It's always coconut milk or almond milk. Or hazelnut milk. I'm like learning how to cook more and more without meat, and just generally just be more aware of shit. How do you make new friends as an adult and sustain them? Making friends as an adult is quite intimidating. It is. But there are so many things you can do to make friends now in this technological world we live in. First of all, Bumble now has a BFF thing on there, which is like dating but for friends, which is really cool. Loads of people use it. And it's very normal to use it. Joining a club or like a group, like boot camp for me, I've made loads of friends there. Joining like online groups as well, like forums, where you share a similar interest. Also, just don't be afraid to speak to people and ask them if you want to do something. If you know them, if you go to the same class or whatever, like, hey, we should hang out, let's do something. That's really super cool. Just ask. Just ask and just don't be afraid. There's literally nothing to lose. Do you regret getting married? I don't regret getting married. Don't regret getting married, but my bank balance does. It was a great day. I do regret that I had my dream wedding and the marriage only lasted 4 months. That's a bit annoying. It was a great day on the day. I had a great day. Everyone had a great day. But I can't regret it just because it didn't work out. My wedding day was fucking brilliant. Okay, my ex-best friend keeps subtweeting about me and it's breaking my heart. What do I do? Fucking text him saying, what is your deal? Why are you subtweeting about me? That is a shit thing to do. Something along those lines. Or you could just be more pre-adult and be like, so those tweets that you're sending. Or you could either be like, you're a dick, stop doing that. Or you could be like, this is really hurting my feelings. There's no need for this. Or you could be like, stop being so childish. I don't know. All the personality traits that I have that I just sometimes always constantly battling with myself. What person do I want to be today? What's your funniest poo story? Yes, I want full messy with this question. Okay, I have already spoken about this in a video. So rather than boring you about it again, I'm going to give you the full juice. I'm going to put the link in the description so you can watch my poo story, because I dedicated a whole video for this story. It was a first date story which involved poo. Any tips for being more brave with outfit choices? Being bold is scary. Being bold is only scary because you're worried about what other people are going to think about how you look. Once you get over that fear and that care of other people judging you, you can be as bold as you fucking want. Never let other people's opinions filter or water down who you are as a person. As soon as you get over that and you realise that other people's opinions on you don't matter, it will be so awakening and refreshing, and you'll be so free. If you could do a collab with another YouTuber, who would it be? Still really want to do a collab with Jamie Genevieve because I think she's an absolute babe and I get on with her really well. I love talking to her, I love hanging out with her. And I'd love for her to do my face. At the moment, I really enjoy watching Bald and Bankrupt, so I'd love to go on a little trip with him and do some exploring with him, and he can teach me some shit because he's fucking great. Any advice on how not to have expectations in relationships? Well, first of all, don't believe everything you say on social media. Don't believe what people say on social media about relationships. Social media has a great way of portraying things which aren't really real. It always shows the great things, the positive things, the polished things, and it never ever shows the bad sides. And I think that a lot of relationship goals, #shite, is a big cause for people having issues in their relationship, because they're just like, why is my relationship not like this? Everyone's relationship is different. There is no perfect relationship. There is no like tick box. Everyone is different, just like we're all different. Like we all have different personalities. You might gel with your partner in a different way that someone else might gel with theirs. Like, everyone is different. Everyone else's relationships is different. So don't think into it too much and don't put too much pressure on yours in your partner's relationship. How did you become so confident on your body? Well, I do like, I get this question a lot, and it's not like I hate this question, but I just don't know how to answer it, because my confidence is actually just from, it's gonna sound really fucking corny, it's from within. It's from within. I don't think about my body as much anymore as what it looks like. I see it more as a vessel. I think more about my body in terms of its fitness, its strength, how it makes me feel, rather than, ew, I look so fat. Like, I don't look at it in that way anymore. You know, obviously I do get annoyed when my clothes feel too tight or they don't look right because I've gained a few pounds and I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't look like that before. That bothers me. But I think I'm just confident, and my body is just the sack of meat that I'm carrying around, that my soul and my driver is in. I don't know. And oh my God, I'm about to get really deep there. I definitely feel like you are inside of your body. Like your being, your whatever you are is inside of it, and you're just carrying this. But I like to look after this, and I want it to be strong. Are you still with your boyfriend? I feel like we haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, he's just outside. No, he just works away. He works away. Sometimes he's at home, sometimes he's not, sometimes he's away doing his job, because he has a job and he's not here all the time. And also, he's not a vlogger. I am. I'm the vlogger. He doesn't always be at my vlogs because he doesn't need to be. Do you miss your ex? Do you do that crazy girl thing and stalk his IG? No lying. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Like, because feelings and shit are way more fucking complex than a piece of black and white paper. Like, you know, we spent a lot of time together. But, you know, and we did a lot of stuff together, and we've got a lot of memories together, and I miss aspects of him, his personality, and what we had in terms of, like, just our relationship and how we used to just get on generally as human beings, not necessarily lovers, but just human beings. And I guess I miss it. And I do follow him on Instagram just so I can stalk Barney, our pug. I don't think as soon as you break up with someone, you just need to cut off your feelings and, like, cut off having anything about them, unless they really, really hurt you and you hate their guts and you just want them to, like, fall into Mordor, like, cool. But, you know, if it's not like a terrible ending, I don't see why you need to, like, nope, couldn't possibly ever think about them ever again. Where do you find inspiration for your awesome style? Rock and roll, music, Hollywood, cowboys, movie stars, awesome other influencer people, fashion bloggers, nostalgia, being myself. Do you get sick of strangers thinking they know you because the amount you share online? Don't get sick of strangers thinking they know me online, because I'm fully aware that I choose to share my life online. I choose to put my everyday life online, and so when people come up to me and be like, oh my God, how's this? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that sounds really weird. I'm like, no, it's not weird. Like, I put it on the internet for you to watch. If you ask me about it, that's not weird. That's not weird. I chose to show you. It's not weird. It's when people think they know what's best for me online. So it's like comments regarding my relationships, my lifestyle. Like, I get it. It might come from a caring, you know, place. But I also find it quite patronising. And also, like, I don't like it when people that don't know me tell me what's best for me. Just weird. As a fellow homeowner, I'd love your take on Mark moving in, as in, do you charge him rent? Hell yeah. I split everything halfway, because we both live here, we're both professionals. I don't know about me being professional, but we're both full-time workers, both career people, and we both are in the house, pretty much. I just think when you're an adult in a relationship, it's pretty normal for you to share everything. I know it's my house, but if he wasn't in my house, he'd be in another house paying rent. It's no different. There's always that kind of, oh, is paying your mortgage? He'd be paying someone else's mortgage if he was renting somewhere else. But no, we pay half and half. I think it's fair. He's happy with that. I'm happy with that. We're good. Oh, and last question. How or where do you get your incredible wild personality from? It's amazing. That's so nice. I think as a kid, I've always been like the one that's always wanted to be the entertainer, the joker, the funny one. Like, the show off, the loud one. I don't know where it's come from. I just always remember being an out there kind of kid. I don't know, maybe I was quite a theatrical kid. I loved singing. I loved performing and dancing, making up dance routines for my mum and my grandma. Look what I made up. I was always playing like The Lion King with all my toys. I would be like this. I'd put my hands like this, so they look like little paws. And I'd stand at the top of the stairs and I'd be like, I don't know. I was very imaginative and a bit crazy. I don't know, I've always been like it. And I like making people laugh, and I like making people happy, and I like being kind to people, and I like being nice to people, and I like giving everyone the time of day, and I always feel like you should treat people how you'd like to be treated, etc, etc. If someone's being a dick though to you, you can dick them back. Or you can rise above it and be a better human being. It's up to you, whatever path you want to take. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was a really long Q&A, but the questions were great, and it was very hard to pick, like, out of many that I got. But thank you if you messaged me. Thank you so much. Love you loads, everyone.